Bonjour everyone, how are you? Welcome to gameweek 27 of the Premier League and welcome to Offside and on Tap. It's me again, it's Tricky. Hope you're all doing extremely well. Doing a bit of an afternoon recording today. I've got the day off and no kids around, so why not do it now? Get it done early in the week and see where it takes us. So Offside and on Tap, so we're going to have a little beer, aren't we? Have a little beer. Don't normally do this on an afternoon as a habit, but as it's Offside and on Tap, I've got to do it. So been down to the shops. I've had my hair cut, so I've been to the shop to get a beer for this especially. Come across a little beauty this week. So this is trying to pronounce it correctly. I've been trying to work on it before recording, but I think it's called Champigneulles. Something along those lines, I don't know, I can't speak French. I was awful at French at school, so that's my best effort, I'm afraid. Champigneulles Continental Lager. This is a 500ml bottle, 5.5% alcohol content. I got it from Asda, £1.35 for the bottle, so very, very reasonable and affordable amount for a beer. So I'm going to crack it open. It's a French lager, so I'm hoping it's not as shit as their cars and their food, if I'm honest. But we'll give it a try, see how it goes. It's a nice bottle, nice little design. So here we go. Cheers, everybody. Champigneulles, week 27. It's okay. Had a lot better, but it's not bad actually. For £1.35, you can't grumble at that. The price of things these days, very, very affordable. So that's it. Week 27. So last week's game points struggled. I really do find midweek Premier League fixtures hard to call. A lot goes off, a lot of results you wouldn't expect, and last week was no exception to that. 2 out of 10 results correct. Luckily for me, I got those 2 spot on with the scoreline and got 6 points out of 30. Those 2 predicted scores that I got was Aston Villa 1-0 against Brighton, Man City to beat Fulham 3-0. I should get a little bonus point because I did say that Villa would win their game 1-0 with a late goal, and it was the 86th minute, so that would deem that as a late goal, definitely. So 6 points from the week. After having a couple of good weeks before that, so we go again, try and get some more than two this time around. What happened in those games? So for me, stage 1 of bottling, the Operation Bottle It by Arsenal was in motion. Went to Brentford on the Thursday night and we're ahead, and then got picked back. It was 1-1 on the night, so City gained 2 points more, back on them again, down to 4 points in the title chase. With them winning comfortably against Fulham 3-0, couldn't see any other way, going any other way in that game. I've called it since December. I really just feel like Man City have got that know-how. They've got Team 4 winners, multiple winners of different trophies, including multiple Premier Leagues, and Arsenal haven't got a Team 4 of that at all. And I just think that means so much. 4-point gap is great, but it can soon be pulled in. And as I keep saying, there's still that game at the Etihad to come in April, and that is going to be huge. It's going to be a massive game everyone should watch. But Villa are still in there, still battling, 7 points off the pace after that win at home to Brighton. And you can't rule anything out this season. You really can't. It's been such up and down for everyone. All teams involved in different ways, and they got their goal and they got the win. 3 points. Impressive Leeds comeback against Chelsea. They were 2-0 down, looked like it was all over, and another away defeat for them, but Leeds keep getting the points, and I think my cousin's team, they're going to be safe come the end of the season. I really do. These sorts of performances, these points that they keep picking up, they score goals, got lots of quality. Aronson, Calvert-Lewin putting the ball in the net, and it's doing the job for them, so impressive for them again. What a miss by Palmer. So at the end of the game, Palmer's miss, and of all the people you'd want at the back post to tap a ball in from 2 yards out, and he's managed to sky it over the bar, and it took him about 10 minutes to recover himself, and there's only 5 minutes left. He's still in the net, I think, when the game finished. and with his mouth wide open. It was horrendous, wasn't it? I can't think of anything worse this season, miss-wise, than that. Eddie Howe's Black and White Army, woo, fantastic. He can just see the team playing for the manager. Kieran Trippier's obviously skipper of the team since Bruno's been injured, and he thrust Howe forward in front of the fans at the end of the game, and the fans, they show their backing as well. There has been obviously mumblings, people wanting Howe out, but they're obviously very, very short-minded and forget what he's actually done for this club in the four seasons he's been there. And the team performed exceptionally well against Spurs, having gone behind as well and getting the result there. So really, really happy. I was really, really happy with that. And in the same week, Sunderland losing their home record, their home unbeaten record to Liverpool, was really, really good, and it put us back level with them on points and ahead of them on goal difference just. So the record breached finally. Thank you, Liverpool. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. And then we had managerial casualties as well. Obviously, beating Spurs, Newcastle, that saw the end of Thomas Frank. It's never really looked right for them, has it? Obviously, did really, really well in the Champions League. For me, favourable teams in the Champions League that they had to play and got the 4th place. But in the league again, it's just gone worse and worse and worse throughout the year. Can't win at home, and he's gone. And it wasn't the right fit. And I wonder where he'll end up next, Thomas Frank. Whether it will be in England or abroad. And then the other one, which I did a little short on it, Sean Dyche. Yes, a draw with Wolves, a poor 0-0 draw at home to Wolves, a team battling relegation, but they're actually averaging 1.48 points per game under Dyche in the Premier League, or were doing. Now that would have taken them to 44 points by the end of the season, which 44 points, you ain't going to go down. You ain't going to go down on 44 points. And I just find it a really strange timing from the board and the crazy chairman, Greek, to say him on his way. I just don't see what's going on there. I really don't. It's the 4th manager they're going to be on this season, Forest, and I think it will bite them on the arse. I had a couple of weeks ago backed them to be okay, just, and stay above West Ham, but I think now I'm going to have to reverse that. I really do have to reverse that. I think Forest are going to go down. I think this is a big, big deal. So we'll see now. We'll see. But Sean Dyche gone. Again, another one to remain to see where he ends up next. That was the main talking points, football-wise, last week. So I'm going to get straight into game week 27 predictions. Now, this week we have got the Wolves versus Arsenal game Wednesday night, which I'm not classing that as part of this game week in terms of the point scoring. I'm going to do a prediction for it because I've got to. It's before the week it should have been on. It's a rearranged fixture because of the League Cup final in March. But I'm still going to do a pick for it, and then I'm going to count the score towards the end of March game week when they don't play because of that Carling Cup, that Carabao Cup final against Manchester City. So here we go. It's bottom versus top, Wolves versus Arsenal. I can't see anything other than a strong away performance from Arsenal. I think even this game will be tough to not get a result in. I really do, and I think they'll keep that 4-point gap, and they'll go 7 points ahead when they win the game. I'm going to go for 3-0 Arsenal win away at Wolves. Then into the proper game week 27, so the original fixtures. Aston Villa at home to Leeds United. Villa, very strange situation, having lost a couple of home league games, and then they've now lost in the FA Cup at home to Eddie Howe's Black and White Army. In a poor performance, they're missing some really key players, especially midfield, McGinn, Tielemans. And it's cost them a little bit, really, hasn't it? It just don't seem as solid in there for me. And Leeds will probably smell a little bit of blood after that performance against Newcastle in the FA Cup. And I'm going to go for a little bit of a shock pick here, because Leeds don't win often away from home. Having beaten Wolves twice in the last 28 games, I think it is, in the Premier League, to win away games. I'm going to go for Leeds to win. I'm going to go for Leeds to win 2-1 here at Villa Park, and that'll be bad times for Villa, but great for Leeds, and it'll get them an inch closer again to safety. Brentford against Brighton. Brentford have got super scorer Thiago, safely found themselves through in the FA Cup in the end against Macclesfield with a 1-0 win last night. And Brighton just can't score goals. Brighton just cannot score goals. The goals are dried up, and Brentford is just so impressive. For me, probably team of the season with the way they've come out. And they've gone flying this season, really have. And Thiago's the man. 2-0 to Brentford against Brighton in that game. Chelsea versus Burnley. If Chelsea don't win this one, having dropped points against Leeds, then it's going to be a little bit of pressure on Mourinho. He's had a good start, but that was a bit of an anomaly with that game against Leeds. And Burnley, great win away Crystal Palace, and have they pulled themselves back into slight chance of staying up with that? They're still 9 points off the pace, and need to win a lot more than that with games dwindling and running out for them. Going to go for a comfortable home win. Chelsea 3, Burnley 0. Scott Parker going back to his old club that he played for in his playing days. Next up, West Ham against Bournemouth. Call it the Harry Redknapp derby, perhaps this one still. West Ham doing really well again, playing exceptionally well, finding some goals. Still a little bit of question marks over the defending, absolutely, as it has been all season. And Bournemouth have got lots and lots of talent, and again they have lots of goal involvements in their games. And I always go for Desmond once a week, and this is the game for me. I'm going to go for 2-2 West Ham against Bournemouth. And then it's a little bit of the inevitability again. Manchester City at home to Newcastle. We never win there. We're potentially going to get another hammering. Didn't do very well in the League Cup semi-final. Second leg, as no one predicted we would do well. But we're playing much better. Last 2 games, away at Spurs, away at Villa. It's another one of the endless sequence of away games for us. We've got Karabag in the Champions League on Wednesday night, long trip. And then another short trip down to Manchester. Man City's players are playing really well. Haaland's not even scoring goals, and the rest of the team is stepping up and performing. And he's got Semenyo now, who's also firing the men left, right, and centre, as you'd have expected for the big money that they paid for him, and even defending much better as well. And Donnarumma's marshalling his troops at the back really well. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. It's an 8 o'clock kick-off on a Saturday night. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, and I think Newcastle do have to come out and have to try something different. Just don't win at Man City, so have to come out, have to try and attack. I'm going to go for Man City to win. I'm going to go for 3-2. 3-2 win to Manchester City. Next up, Crystal Palace at home to Wolves. Crystal Palace, they've been dragged back down there into the doldrums of the Premier League. And this could be quite a huge game. On the downslope, really are. And Wolves got the 9th point against Nottingham Forest. 2 more to equal the worst ever Premier League season. So a win here would actually smash that and get through it. But Crystal Palace, I'm going to go for an edgy game here. Could go for a 1-0 win to Crystal Palace. Then Nottingham Forest. Just been about them. Sean Dyche having left the team and left the squad. For me, controversially, but people have their own opinion, I'm sure. Nottingham Forest at home to Liverpool. Reverse fixture. Anfield was an absolute shocker for Liverpool in that period where they were losing games and couldn't win for love nor money. It was 3-0 to Forest. A little bit of revenge mission here for them. Team's playing it a lot better now. Even Salah's coming through and scoring a couple of goals, and the defence looks a little bit more sturdy. Konate playing better than he was earlier in the season, with Van Dijk, of course, there. Kirk has even looks a little bit better as well, left back. Finally showing why he was rated very well when he was at Bournemouth. And I can't see anything other than a Liverpool win away from home. Liverpool to win 2-0. Sunderland back at home against Fulham. Easier opposition for Sunderland here than Liverpool in the week last week. But still missing Xhaka, still missing a couple of players. And Fulham they're back down the bottom half of the table, but still really dangerous teams, particularly on the count of fast players. And they've got that man Wilson as well, who's been doing incredibly well for them all season, scoring goals. Can't really separate the two. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, Sunderland versus Fulham. Then we're going to go for the big game, the North London derby, and possibly coming at a really bad time for Tottenham Hotspur, with no permanent manager there. against Arsenal, who have got to keep winning. But again, there's still pressure on Arsenal. To get the result here, because if they don't and Man City keep winning, then it's down to 1 point or down to 2 points if they only get the draw. So I think there'll be goals in the game. I think for Tottenham to have any chance in this game, Solanke's going to have to play well and possibly score one off, if not two, because Arsenal do have an exceptional team, lots of options still. Going to go for an Arsenal win. 3-1. Spurs don't win many derby games against Arsenal at all, so Arsenal to win 3-1 at Spurs. And the Monday night fixture, the last one in the game week, Everton at home to Manchester United. Jack Grealish now out for the season. He's been a big part of their attacking efforts this season. He's out for the season. He's gone. He's going to be, whether he plays for Everton again remains to be seen. I can't see that transfer potentially being made permanent. I don't think it's quite worked out as well as we'd hoped for Everton. Man United didn't get that fifth win in a row for the United strand to get his hair bush trimmed. It didn't happen. This game, I feel like Man United have got the edge. They are the favourites. Sesko playing well now up front, scoring goals, and they need a target man who's going to put goals in the net for them between now and the end of the season to get that Champions League spot, which I feel like Man United are in a really good place, and that could really happen for them this season. But they have to keep winning games, and I'm going to go for 2-1 Manchester United win away to Everton on Monday Night Football. Turkish Treble. Just going to have a drink here, drying up exceptionally. Very nice. Last week the treble didn't work out. Again, didn't work out. Chelsea with that late performance where Leeds come back and got the 2-2 draw, cost me there. And then the night after, Man United drew anyway as well, 1-1, but they did get a late equaliser. Wasn't enough for my bet, and Man City the only team that got the win in the treble, so that didn't happen. I'm going to split the bet this week in Turkish Treble for 2 bets. I'm going to have one bet with the results, and then another bet with with some scorers. So bet 1, £2.50. West Ham and Bournemouth to draw, Man City to beat Newcastle, and Liverpool to beat Nottingham Forest. That £2.50 returns £22, 5 pence. And then the second bet I've put on is goal scorers in 90 minutes. So Somerville for West Ham, he's come on really well. Second half of the season for them, he's getting goals, really threatening player finally for them, and a real danger, and can certainly help them stay up. So Christophe Somerville to score, Thiago for Brentford, and then Semenyo to score for Manchester City, and that £2.50 stake returns £54, 3 pence. So remember, bets come in, if they come in, half of those winnings will go to Dementia UK towards the end of the season pot, which stands currently at only £30. So need them both to come in, that'd be nice. In a way, obviously Newcastle, if they can get a result and lose that bet, then I'll take it. But that's the bets for Turkish Treble. And that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. I hope you're going to enjoy the games, unless you're playing Newcastle, Man City. Have a great week watching the games. I'm going to be working all weekend, if I'm honest. So, won't see much football probably, but that's the way it goes in retail. If you've liked the video, please like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to get the subscribe button somewhere here. And if you comment your predictions, please get your scores in. If someone lets me know if this is working, because still I think Wrighty's still struggling to get his comments posted on there, even though he sent me the evidence he's done it. So if you comment your score predictions you can do all 11 games. There's 11 games on this episode. Only 10 will count towards the scoring this week. Comment 1 point for the correct result and 3 points for the exact score, a total of 30 points. Cheers for watching, everyone. I'm going to get on with the housework now. There's plenty of it to do, as usual. When you've got kids, there's always work to do. Have a great week, enjoy the games, and I'll speak to you the other side. Cheers.